Hey all, it's me, James, and today I'm going to do a quick first thoughts in my journal on SeaDrift. This is a cold process soap from what I got from the website, and as you can see there, it's got bentonite clay, French red clay, apple cider vinegar. Now, I had already opened it, but I closed it back up just so that the label would be here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's the Etsy store web address right there. SeaDriftSoaps.etsy.com. I'll put it up in a slide along with the rest of these ingredients that are on here. And the ingredients: canola oil, olive oil, coconut oil, palm oil, shea butter, castor oil, jojoba oil, lye, seawater, bentonite clay, French red clay, and apple cider vinegar. Now, it comes in this package, and I'm not sure how the box is because, again, this was another gifted soap to me from the Shave Nook's own Mike Perry. Thanks again, Mike. I appreciate it. It was funny. I saw it and I was trying to smell it and I couldn't smell anything. And then I read the label and it said unscented. So, yeah. All right. Has a little cardboard type paper wrapper. I'll set this off to the side. Alright, so it's a nice chunk of bar soap. It's a shave soap, but it's in a bar type form. Sorry about that. I was looking to see if it had the weight on here. I'll also post that too. It doesn't say. Now there is a name on here, and I'll confirm at the website, but it looks like it says Tony Smith. Tony C. Smith. So I'm guessing that's probably the name of the gentleman that produces the soap. So set that back down again. And I'm just going to rest this inside of here. Alright, so the brush I'll be using that's been soaking is the Shave Nook P8 from Simpsons, which is a Best Badger knot. Beautiful brush. Alright, set that back over there. The razor is going to be the Edwin Jagger 89 lined. I had the lined one. It's a 3-piece. And the blade I'll be using is going to be the 7 o'clock green packaging, which are Permasharp stainless. Now, these particular ones are made out of India. Reading the back of the package, made in India, Gillette India Limited, Bawadi. So it comes in the little envelope, which I like, and then it has the thin wax paper surrounding the blade. Unwrap the blade carefully. There we go. And it does have some waxing on it. Very minimal, but it does have a little bit on there. It also has a 4 in the lower corner here on one side, so can help you at least to go from one side, which has this C, to the other side having the 4 if you're keeping track of how many times you're using the blade on each side, loading it the same way. Now for me, I load it with whatever the top side should be first, so that I'm reading it in a 3-piece as I'm dropping it on the head, on the cap, over the posts. Alright, put the base plate next, and the handle. Check it. This razor almost always loads just about any blade perfect, or at least visually to the human eye. Not a whole lot of skimming that needs to go on. Alright, so now on to the purpose of the video, which is to see how this lathers. I haven't lathered it yet, as you could tell, just tried to smell it. Alright, so the unscented just has a really plain soap smell to it. So just a basic lye soap type smell. I don't even notice maybe a little bit earthy. That could be due to the clay components. But that's about it. Just very generic. Alright, so I'm going to just, I got a basin with warm water. Since this is a cold process soap, I'm expecting it to load pretty easy and lather pretty easy. Most of the ones that I've tried have, but we'll see. Alright, so here we go. Brush has still got water in it, and this knot holds water. So here we go. Just very light circular motions. Not a whole lot of pressure to go inside of it. And go this way. Go that way. Get some more water on the tips. Since I am holding a hard bar of soap, it is kind of slick just from my initial thoughts about that. So I got a lot of pressure here that I'm putting on my knuckles just to keep it gripped. Alright. I've used those green 7 o'clocks before. Not my favorite choice of the blade. They generally stay okay for me for about 3 shaves. 4 shaves is kind of pushing it. It's a brand new blade, so it should be okay. Alright. Alright, so that's what we're looking. I'm expecting there to be plenty in here. I am going to set this back down in this blue bowl and get my bug. I'm going to let this sit in there while I wet my face real quick. Alright. And here we go. Since I'm face slathering, I wanted to give there an absolutely longer time on that load that I was doing, just to make sure that I stay with enough lather inside of the brush. Now, what I'm noticing right now is this is very foamy, but not dense. So to me, this is almost behaving more like a hand soap right now. We'll see how this goes for the shaving portion. So as you can tell, it's almost more like washing the brush out with soap like you would do with the new brush. Still seems to be some slickness in there, but just not the type of lather that I like as far as being dense and creamy. This is foamy, just not creamy. A lot of air bubbles, a lot of big air bubbles. So, we'll see how this goes. As you can tell right now, the lather itself is going away. Slick. Yeah, definitely slick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna rinse off real quick. And let's see. Alright, so it's a slick soap, just not one that has, I usually prefer cushion in a lather. Other than that, I don't get any tingling from it or anything like that. So that's good. It definitely has a lot of glide. This might do well if you needed to shave with it. With short growth, you could probably get away with it and be okay, as long as you went like you should, light pressure. That way you don't cause any skin irritation. Skin feels conditioned from it, so that's a bonus. Might actually do better for me as a more of a pre-shave soap, just to kind of get the skin ready. Alright, so I'll be right back. I'm going to rinse my face. Alright, I'm back. Lather again. Again, foamy, but not really. A dense lather. Just more like foam. So not a whole lot of cushion at all in the soap, and also because the lather just goes away. But a lot of slickness. Alright, so, because I want to shave again tomorrow, I'm not going to really push any touch up or anything like that. Rinses off the Edwin Jagger cap really nice. Not a whole lot of soapy residue, so that's a bonus as well. If you had to use it, you didn't have a lot of growth. I think that the slickness on this would provide enough glide that you could do it just like what I did now. If you're hypersensitive and you absolutely need that dense lather, and then this, you're not going to want to use this, because this is more like improperty to me, more like a bar soap. The Dr. Sweet Tooth, which is also a cold process type soap, I believe so, like melt and pour, just get it out. It's glycerin based, but they do stuff in the Dr. Sweet Tooth that will produce that creamy lather, rich lather. And this one, but a lot of people commented, I've had a couple, shouldn't say a lot, but I've had a couple comment that Dr. Sweet Tooth has dried their skin out. It hasn't done that to me. Whereas this one, I'm not feeling anything close to like a dried out feeling. I feel quite supple right now. I'm not detecting any irritation, nothing out of what I would say is like normal, considering I didn't have a whole lot of cushion there and I was just going off the razor being on my skin basically. And just with the slickness there, not too bad. Not a whole lot of redness, even though it was really just the blade there against the skin. It's another plus. It's unscented, so if you wanted to use it as a pre-shave soap, which I probably will, it's unscented, so it won't interfere with whatever you're going to choose as your lathering soap. Don't have a lot else to say, not a whole else to report about it, but again, this is the SeaDrift Soaps, the unscented. It's shaving time. It's shaving time. And thank you for watching.